You'll see a lot of ladies doing it. One arm hug. It's horrible. It's horrific body language in negotiations or in a selling situation. Ladies often do this as well while they're hugging themselves. Never fold your arms, stay open. Never touch your face. If I touch my nose without you going for body language training, you know that there's something going on, especially if I look right and touch my nose. You touch your face, you are dead in negotiations. The only part of your face you can touch is your chin, which is my next point. Touching your chin is actually quite nice in negotiations, but this is also quite acceptable. The problem with this in negotiations is you can easily do this. You can easily go from there to there, which is horrific body language in negotiations. Now, a lot of you are thinking, man, this guy's going off at a tangent about body language. Well, once you are trained in body language, you will see a whole new world opening up out there. You'll start spotting liars. You'll start spotting people squirming in their seats, which isn't one of my top 10 tips. Tip number 6, never fold your arms, never touch your face. And tip number 8 is you may touch your chin. Tip number 9, when somebody speaks, cock your head a little bit. It's great body language. It's showing the other party that you're listening. If you make a funny noise, dogs often do that. And by the way, any of you have girls and they ask for pocket money? When they come up to Dad, they go, Dad, please, won't you give me some pocket money? Right? Cocking the head is disarming. It's almost saying I'm slightly subservient while I'm listening to you. What you don't realize is head up straight, you grow about a centimeter. Cocked head, you actually drop your height by about a centimeter. You'll notice that your wife, for example, was always cocking her head before she married you. Now that she's married, you never see it again. She's always in this position, isn't she? Straight up. But when you want to woo somebody or show that you're listening, cocking the head is beautiful body language. And you'll see that top presidents, top negotiators do it often. Tip number 10 in body language is while somebody's talking, don't just keep your head still. Okay, I've said you can do that. Do you know how nice it is when somebody nods while you speak? And a double nod is even nicer than a single nod. And you know what? If you don't know how to respond to the person who's just responded to you, do a triple nod during the silence. So let me demonstrate this. The person's going on and on about their situation, and you gave a nod, and then they stop. But you don't know how to respond. Do a triple nod. And what do you think happens? They carry on, and they give you more information. And remember, in negotiations, we want to get the other side's information. When a criminal gets arrested, what do the police say to the criminal? You have the right to remain silent. Or if anything you say, anything comes out of your mouth, in other words, after you've been arrested, we can use against you. And by the way, in selling or negotiations, the party that does the least talking very often is the top negotiator. The party that's doing all the talking is very often not the best negotiator. We know that we should pop questions and then get the other party to talk. And a beautiful way of keeping people talking is to, at the right moment, don't just keep doing this, at the right moment, go, and the other party keeps talking. And you're getting their shopping list. And that's what you're after in negotiation. You've got to get the other person's shopping list. You've got to get the other person's situation to know if your zones overlap. Number 11, top 12 body language tips, is at the right time lean forward. It's called the evaluative pose in body language. Too many negotiators are just relaxed. They're far too relaxed. They're almost falling off their chairs. When you want to make your point in negotiations, you've got to make it with a figure of authority, and there's no better way of getting that across by leaning forward. Remember, don't lean forward like this. You want to lean forward in an open stance. So if you're seated, your arms aren't crossing over. You can be holding a pen or whatever, or you've got paper in front of you. You want to lean forward with the elbows on the table. That tells the other party this person is serious about that particular point they're making right now. Too many negotiators are too lackadaisical, and what you're saying to the other side is not too sure, not that assertive on this point. For example, you could say, I've heard everything that you have said here today. I can give you X, Y, and Z, but I cannot drop my price any further than that. That's where you lean forward. My 12th top body language tip, the last one, is never imitate your client's negative body language. All the science coming out now is saying this. For many, many years, I've been trained to mirror your client's body language. Now, if you are so bent on just trying to mirror your client's body language, first of all, you probably won't be listening. You're so into watching what they're doing, and they're doing that, so you do that, and they do that on the chair, so you do that on the chair. What we've realized is, as long as you're authentic and you are truly on their side, your body language will probably be great body language. And this is, I think, one of the biggest failures in sales training since I've been in sales since 1990 as a sales engineer in 1990. I was taught to, if your client yawns, you yawn. If your client does this, you do that. Now, that is horrible, horrible advice. If you want to mirror your client's body language, by all means do it, but do not mirror your client's negative body language, okay? Or if they're doing this to their nose or playing with their ear, another sign that you're lying, or they've hot underneath the collar, which is another sign that we are lying, okay? Or running their hand through their hair all the time, or fidgeting. Don't copy that. That's negative body language. And so I hope my top 10 tips of negotiation skills, and I just want to go through them again quickly. Tip number 1 is preparation is key. You can't overdo your preparation. Tip number 2 is have an escape route in negotiations. We call that a BATNA, B-A-T-N-A. It stands for Best Alternative to Negotiate Agreement. The psychological advantage of knowing what your BATNA is you go into negotiations relaxed because you have a BATNA, you have an escape route. Number 2, build trust fast, and you can use body language to do that. Number 4, think win-win, and even mention to the other party we're going to go for a win-win here today. Ask a lot of questions. Determine a lot of questions up front so you can extract the other party's position. That's what we want. And tip number 6 is try and find the other party's ZOPA and where your ZOPA overlap. Zone of possible agreement. We need to know where our values and their values, or our issues and their issues overlap. That's tip number 6. Number 7, aim high with your anchor offer, but remember, you must be able to justify your first offer or that high anchor offer. Number 8, often use the line if then. If you want to return the car, then dish. If I give you a 20% increase, then you're going to have to perform a lot better on your KPIs. Tip number 9, never stop looking for new issues that could come up during the negotiation. And tip number 10, keep detailed notes and minutes because it makes the next negotiation session so much easier. I want to thank you very, very much for listening to me. All the best with your careers, and thank you for allowing me to share with you my top golden rules of negotiation and my top 12 body language tips. Thank you.